So, back in 2011, I went down to Florida, bought a kayak, and started kayaking around the Gulf of Mexico. Then I went down to Kingstown, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. And from there, traveled up to the Virgin Islands. And lived on an island out there for a while. That's my book, You're Crazy, Kayaking the Gulf and Caribbean. It's available on Amazon Kindle if you're interested. I get rescued in chapters 1, 5, and 8, so it's pretty entertaining and there's a lot of good pictures in it. So anyway, on this trip, I brought my HP Mini, my 2140. How it survived, I have no idea, but now it's got to the point where I can't shut it off. If I shut it off for a couple days, I have to put it in the oven on a low temperature for about 15 minutes before it'll power back up. So, instead of replacing my hard drive, I'm replacing my laptop. I really love my HP Mini. And I'm running XP on it. Assortment of tools that will be handy for doing this job. A couple different Phillips screwdrivers and some jeweler's screwdrivers and a flashlight. It's always handy so you can get in there and see. And that's about all it takes. So here we go. Let's take a look at it. We've already done some pre-work here. It's in really bad shape. Let's see. First thing you want to do is take the battery out. It's release right here and release right here. I'm going to need my hands for this, so right here. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Pop the battery out. Now, first thing you're going to have is several screws that need to be removed. Got one screw right in there, one screw right there, one screw right there. They're very small. You'll definitely need a jeweler's screwdriver, a little tiny one like this. So once you have those three out, flip it over, open it up, and you should be able to lift your keyboard right out of there. See, there's the pieces that were holding it in. Here we are inside. Be careful not to mess this ribbon up right here. If you tear that up, you're going to need a new keyboard. So this is your hard drive right here. There's 1, 2, 3 screws. So you take these two out. And you take this one loose, it'll stay in it stays in the carrier. Once you have that out, lift it up and pull it out this way. See? That way. Now, there's your hard drive. Don't drop it. You can mess it up if you just drop it on the ground. So here, let's see if we can get some info off mine. Picked up another HP Mini, same model, 2140, at a Goodwill through eBay for, what did I pay? $27. The laptop itself was in good shape, so I just swapped out the hard drives. I didn't do no formatting, nothing. Just switched them. It worked perfectly. But you definitely want to get the same model. Now the one I got was running Windows Vista, and mine's running XP, so you'd think that could be an issue, but the drive that was in it had been wiped clean, and when I swapped it out, it didn't seem to mind at all. So I've read on the internet that, you know, that can be an issue, but not in this case. So once you have the hard drive out, you need to remove 2 screws right here and 2 screws right here. That'll take the hard drive out of this carrier. Note how it was in there. Put your new hard drive in there and reverse the process. Put the 4 screws back in. Make sure you've got the end down here. See? Plug in. Remember, be careful of this ribbon. Get it in there. Keep above that the holes. And so I got this little tab on here. So line it up. There you go. And push it in tight. And then you can tighten this screw in first. And add your other 2 screws. Now, also easily accessible. This will hold a 2 gig, this particular model. But there's a little tab, just pull this out a little bit, and this one out, and this thing will pull right out this way, gently. You grab by the edges there. Now, we're going to go ahead and tear this apart some more, just so everybody can get a look at all the innards here, and see how well I damaged this thing. I put a lot of electrical tape on there. I think I was getting some shorts between the salt water and everything. So, first I'm going to take this keyboard off. Just release that. Just lifted it up. Should pull right out of there. See? There we go. Nice keyboard. Had to replace that. Had a bunch of melted keys in the middle. Let's take that hard drive back out. Now mine will be a little different since half the screws are missing and the holes are too big. So it was really on its last leg. Okay, well, let me go show you the new one. Here's my new one. You have the Vista sticker right there. And we've got hooked up VGA to a Vizio flat screen. It's an Oregon greenhouse there. So I can shut it off now, which is pretty nice. Okay, let's get back to this one. Okay, I guess we should take out that memory too. Guess I'm doing this one-handed. Oh, let's take this cover off first. Lots of screws. These screws might be a little different size than yours, because been in and out of this thing a million times. Trying to figure out what was wrong with it. It's all busted and cracked. It's a miracle it survived. Now see, mine's broken right there. You gotta be real careful when you're popping this apart. At these hinges, right here, you're gonna want to try a brake, so be very gentle popping that apart with a very small flathead screwdriver like that. Get in there and just real gently work your way around. It's not too hard, just take your time. Yeah, actually this is a very easy laptop to get into. Okay, we're going to keep pulling out some screws here. Even my screen's a mess. Lots of dirt and stuff in it. I had it in 2 waterproof bags, and the Coast Guard rescued me, and it's one of the few things in the kayak that did not get wet. Water got in the first waterproof bag, but it did not get into the second one. So alright, let's see, what do we got left? Oh, there's another screw right here. And possibly one here, but I already took that one out. But there might still be one for you in there. Let's see. Yep, that looks pretty loose. This one's still, yeah, this one's still together. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Great. Let's see if we get that out. Just had to go with a little bigger screwdriver there. Got that one out. There's another one right here. Oops, sorry. There's another one right here. Be careful with this. See, I damaged mine. Even all messed up like that, it was still working. That's for the Wi-Fi. Easily replaceable. Got them on eBay usually. Just a few dollars. Okay, it's out. Oh. Okay, save that. Might want to get a little dish or bowl, something to put all the screws in, so that you keep them together, not lose them. Before we remove that plate, we need to remove the screws out of the bottom. More screws. Need to remove these rubber corners. That's what it was. I already got this one out. This one's out. This one's out. Just have the one in that corner. So move all four of those. Let me take. Yours probably won't come out like that. This was glued on here, but since mine is loose, I'm going to take it out of here, get it out of the way, so we can see what's going on here. Not exactly the original screw, so I'm gonna have to apply pressure on it while I unscrew it. Get it out of there. Okay, now we're ready to take that out of there. So, got that corner loose. And there it is. Yeah, I got electrical tape on here all over the place. You can see what a mess mine was. It's a miracle this thing still worked. Wi-Fi. This one will be connected when you take it apart, so you're gonna have to reach in and disconnect this one first. So lift it up like that, lift it up like that, and this one will be connected in right here. Right there. Just flick up the little tab on it. It'll pull right out of there. Okay, got electrical tape just everywhere. Here's your battery. If you get in here doing this kind of stuff, and this older laptop anyway, you probably should replace that. It's a CR2032. Since you're here. Now, this thing's kind of unusual. It actually says top search right there. This is HP's way of tracking you, finding out where you are. No, I'm kidding. Get this out. 2 gig DDR2. So there's not much left in here. Look at that, all the moisture is in there. Yep. This thing still works. But I think it's about time to retire it. One last thing I wanted to cover on this. That's the screen. Now, get dust and debris back in there. Most of this dirt that's on the screen right now is actually on the inside of it. I'm not actually going to clean it, but I'm just going to show you a little way to do it without completely disassembling it. So you take off the little rubber piece, take the 2 screws out. Then you can gently pry it apart. Be very careful. And the back will come apart from the front. It pops out, see? Now, carefully, you can bend this out a little bit. You can do your cleaning in there. Since I got it open, I might as well clean it a little bit. Even though it's retired. Clean the screen. Somehow dust gets in there. Very annoying. When we use something to get all the static, get all the dust out of there, maybe some compressed air would work pretty nice. Someday I should get a can of that. Where was all that? It is on the outside, yeah. So anyway, you can bend it out like that. Pretty flexible, and that way you won't have to take out the hinges. But if you do want to take it completely apart, the hinge is right under here. See the metal piece pops out. Let's see. Here you can see it over here. Underneath here is those hinges, but there's this one right here. Take those 2 screws out right there. Pay attention to how it was so that you can put it back together. But that'll take it apart, and you can take this off of there. But it's not necessary. Oh, you might want to clean your camera lens gently. Anyway, then you just pop it back together. Boom, boom, boom. Screws back in, put the rubber things back on, and you're good to go. So anyway, that's me tearing my HP Mini apart. Got a new one now with the same hard drive.